I think I found the oil leak on my Honda Prelude.
Again, if you're new here, this is my 2001 Honda Prelude SH. And basically, when I purchased the car, the seller was like, oh, there was no oil leak. And obviously, there was one clear as day. Everything was wet. And I don't think it's a really big deal. It was on this side, on the passenger of the engine. And if you know over here, it's where the distributor and the VTEC solenoid is. So, or it could be a valve cover. Anything else component-wise is just coolant hoses, and it couldn't be anything oil-related. So I just subjected it could be anything from this side, and there's nothing too major. That's something that you shouldn't really be determining 100% on without actually examining and diagnosing it. But I was pretty certain that it was somewhere in this vicinity, and it wasn't on the lower area where the head is, and it wasn't up top wherever the valve cover is, because the valve covers were pretty clean and didn't look like anything was leaking. I was pretty certain it was something like the VTEC solenoid or the distributor. And after removing the VTEC solenoid, the bolts had some oil on them. So I'm subjecting that the VTEC solenoid's gasket was a little bit too flat and was not giving a good seal. Another thing that was done to this car were the cams. The intake side, at least I know for certain that it has a stage 2 skunk 2 intake cams. I don't know about the exhaust, but at least I have the paperwork of the intakes. So one thing that you also have to look out for is the intake where the cam lobe is, and right here it's covered up by something plastic, and usually it has Honda Bond or whatever it may be to seal it, and sometimes these do go bad, and that was the first thing I checked, and it doesn't look like it was leaking at all. Granted, I did clean this a good bit, and there's still a lot of cleaning that I have to get to, but overall, I think that was my oil leak. I do have a brand new distributor that I bought from my last Prelude that I did not use, that I could put on here, but usually stuff like that goes bad with cars, and usually you should always try to fix your original Dizzy or reuse or use an aftermarket O-ring. It's just really hard to mess around with distributors. My VTEC solenoid gasket comes tomorrow, so hopefully I swap that out, and after I get all the ball joints and everything else in the car, everything should be 100% golden. If you're new here and you're still watching, please follow. I'm trying to get to 5,000 followers so I can actually be a partner affiliated, and I might get some brand deals. So I appreciate everybody watching, and I really think